I'm Keith,
I'm Carol.
and we are the McGraths,
Yay!
and we the owners of Shellite Properties.
So Sharelight Properties, we invest in you through real estate.
Yes.
So for that, what we're trying to do is we're investing in under-resourced communities. I don't like the word low income. I feel like at the end of the day, it comes down to them not having the resources that maybe a suburban neighborhood have. So I would definitely say our focus is under-resourced neighborhoods, and what we want to do is once those families get into our home, number one, they're not living in slumlord type dwellings
we take care of our
where
properties,
people don't really care.
And then when we come in the neighborhood, we're not gentrifying. We keep the people there that's keeping good, clean
Restoration
properties.
is the word.
Restoration.
I graduated from Tennessee State University in 2010.
10, yes.
Yeah, a long time ago now. Where we think, work, and serve is our motto. So we have traveled overseas together. We've been a few places, so that's been exciting. We got married in 2015, went to the courthouse, and then 2017 had a big ceremony.
I'm a former Florida Highway Patrol state trooper here in Jacksonville in the St. Johns County area. After I left Florida Patrol, I went to the embassy and working in Bahrain. That was great in the Middle East country. You're like, wow, when you first got there, wow, all desert, all sand. Man, this is different, it is. And then from there, worked for the Navy with the security piece on that end. And then we traveled to Dubai, went to Abu Dhabi, and then we went to the African country, Egypt. Egypt is actually an African country.
كم انت فين قلت له فوق قطعت الزاني.
So for people who don't know, gentrification is when communities that have been there for years, so you have grandma, mother, daughter, and eventually what happens is the resources leave the community, but then someone else comes in and says, hey, this is prime gold, I think we can really make something here. So what they do is they start buying up huge blocks of neighborhoods, but they end up raising the taxes. So your property taxes start going up because their ideal is to redevelop that neighborhood where people who used to live there for 50 years plus or 30 years plus eventually cannot afford the housing market there. So they're forced to move out. Yes. So gentrification is a shoving out of people. I feel like people are shoved out of the community. They don't get to really stay there. And restoration is we're sitting with those people. We're giving them what they need right where they're at, meeting them where they're at. And I feel like that is so important. And it's just like, this is where you're at. What can we do for you where you're at to help you rise?
Yes.
And keep this community stable, because we don't want you to leave. You can be great in this community. There's nothing wrong with this community. There's nothing wrong with the people in these communities. So I believe you should work with Shellite Properties because we're giving resources back to under-resourced communities. We're coming in with a heart. So anyone with a heart that's wanting to, when we hear this central theme everywhere with under-resourced neighborhoods, the crime, the children, they have nothing to do. So if you're looking to change that, this Shellite Properties company is definitely some place that you can get involved in. With the money, of course, to buy houses, to buy homes, because this is technically, it's a movement. Like, it's something that Keith and I, through Shellite Properties, we cannot do alone.
That's one of my goals, that I can help out and get with the community leaders and help out say, what do y'all need here so we can make this community grow?
Employees with or without a 401k, retirees, small business owners, entrepreneurs, as we millennials like to say, volunteers, anyone interested in restoring communities, and or anyone seeking a higher rate of return on their capital than the rates of return they receive via their bank savings account or certificate deposits. One thing that the community gets with us is that we are a part of your community. We want to hear when our tenants aren't doing things that you perceive to bring the community down.
That's taking care of the neighborhood, taking care of the property. If something need to get fixed, it get fixed. Clearing it out, make sure everything is nice.
And bringing the programs and the education and the workshops, and bringing that money to nonprofits, maybe baby nonprofits, grassroots nonprofits that need that. So we are a part of your community. We're not coming to change anything. We're just coming to build up. That's the benefit.
Yes, and circulating that dollar in that community too.
Yes, that is so important.
Early Sunday morning, you know I gotta stay clean.